Video is going to walk you through our new updated view transfers page. Now, before we review this page, we're first going to review how you designate a patient as a transfer. So when you're adding a patient here, we have a field called antepartum transfer. And this field is used to designate when a patient has transferred out of your practice prior to delivery. So you'll select here the reason that they've transferred. We've also added a new option here titled divert, and this is used to designate patients that were diverted in labor. So whether it was due to either a high census on your unit or low staffing. If you're looking to track patients that have transferred intrapartumly instead of antepartum, then we recommend not using this field because when you select a patient from this field, it's going to remove them from your pregnant patients list and also remove them from your stats. So for your intrapartum patients that you want to still be added towards your stats, then instead you're going to want to create a custom field, and you do that by coming here to the practice tab and selecting additional fields. So again, when you select an option under antepartum transfer, it's going to remove your patient now from the view pregnant patients and also find print patients, and it's going to instead put them now into the view transfers. And so we've updated this page now so you can see more information about your transfers, and it also gives you more customization options so you can filter your list, you can add additional variables that will display in the table down below, and you can also select a specific time frame based on the patient's due date. So you'll first fill out the time frame. The default here is just going to show you all of your transfers, but you can change this if you wanted to look at transfers from last month, for example. You also have the option to look at patients from the whole practice, or you can select a specific primary provider. The additional variables is going to determine the columns that are listed here in your table. So let's say, for example, you want to know some more information about patients' demographics. You could also add that as well. And any of your custom fields that you're tracking relating patient information, you'll also see listed in this table or in this box here. And then lastly, you have the option to filter. So for example, if you wanted to filter your list and only look at patients that transferred for a specific reason, then you can do that. Like for example, we only want to look at which patients we lost to follow up. You can do that here, and then you would select find here. So you can see here we have one patient here that was lost to follow up. And then now we see a little bit more information about the patient's demographics down below here. I'm going to go ahead and remove this option, and I just want to show you how you can sort this table. So when you have a longer list of patients, the default here is to sort it by due date. If instead you want to sort it by primary provider, or let's say the antepartum transfer reason, then you'll just select these little arrows that are next to the column, and you can also reverse the order by clicking on the down arrow as well. The columns that are shown by default are the patient's name, their due date. If you have entered the birth information, you're also going to see the date of birth listed here as well. So this is the date of birth of the baby, not the date of birth of the patient. If you haven't listed a birth, then it's just going to display here as NA. It'll also show you the primary provider and the antepartum transfer. Those will be the default ones, but again, you can adjust that by coming here to the additional variables. And the format of this page is the same as the format of fine print patients and fine print births. So if you do like this page and you're looking for this type of information, but only of your deliveries, you would use fine print births. And if you're looking for information about patients that are pregnant and you've not logged a birth for, then you would come here to the fine print patients. So I hope this was helpful. If you need more information about how to find your transfers or again, how to create like a custom field for the interpartum transfers, or how to get the stats for interpartum transfers, you can always reach out to us. If you come to the birthtracks.com website and then you come here to contact us under support, you'll just put in your question or message here and click send. And then if you want us to give you a ring, you can select that here, or we can respond by email as well.